Choosing the wrong family office jurisdiction can restrict who controls the office, what services it can provide, and how effectively it connects with your trust, foundations, holding companies, and international assets. Each jurisdiction in UAE has different eligibility rules, asset thresholds, legal framework, and regulatory boundaries, so the license should match the family's ownership, investment activity, and long-term governance requirements. My name is Shiraz Wahid, and I'm the co-founder at Lepidus Wealth. And in this video, I'm going to compare the family office options available through Dubai World Trade Center, DMCC, DIFC, and ADGM. I will also explain how the RAK ICC Foundation may support the wider structure, although RAK ICC does not provide family office license. We will look at the main requirements, the level of control, and the type of family each option may suit. Before comparing the jurisdictions, you need to understand what the family office will actually do. A family office is an operating and administration platform used to coordinate the affairs of one family, or under a multi-family office model, several families. It may employ staff, oversee reporting, coordinate banking and investment managers, and organize succession planning, as well as manage family governance and work with legal, tax, and fiduciary services. The office does not always hold the family's assets directly. Ownership may sit inside the foundation, trust, holding company, or special purpose vehicle, while the family office manages information, decisions, and administration. You also need to separate family administration from regulated financial activity. Reviewing reports and coordinating external advisors may fall within the permitted family office scope, while providing investment advice, managing portfolios, or arranging financial transactions may require additional regulatory approvals. This distinction affects the license, the staffing, and operation cost. With that foundation in place, we can start with the first free zone, that is the Dubai World Trade Center. Dubai World Trade Center Free Zone, commonly known as DWTC, provides both single-family office and multi-family office licenses. A single-family office can support one family with wealth administration, investment coordination, and general family services. The family must retain ownership and at least 51% of board control, while independent professionals can participate in the remaining board positions. This allows the family to include experienced investment, legal, or governance specialists while maintaining control of the office. DWTC applies a minimum requirement of $500,000 dirhams in proven liquid assets and require a physical office inside the free zone. Its framework also uses a broad approach to family membership rather than limiting the structure to a small number of generations. The multi-family office license is intended for professional firms serving several family offices and provides more flexibility around ownership, management, and control. Any regulated investment, advisory, or financial activity still requires the correct permission or authorized external providers. DWTC may suit a family seeking a central Dubai location, a visible operating presence, and the ability to include non-family professionals within the governance structure. A family with operating businesses and commercial activity in Dubai may also consider DMCC. DMCC Free Zone also offers single-family office and multi-family office licenses through structures such as limited liability company or company limited by guarantee. The single-family office is designed to manage wealth, business interest, and personal affairs of one family. Its shareholders and ultimate beneficial owners, as well as the directors, are generally expected to belong to the same family, so the families planning to appoint independent directors should review the control requirements carefully before proceeding. The family office and DMCC must hold at least $1 million in investable or liquid assets. Professional functions can be outsourced to lawyers, accountants, investment specialists, or other qualified advisors when required. The office can coordinate investments, succession, administration, and family governance, and it may perform certain protector functions in relation to an offshore trustee. It cannot operate as the trustee itself. This can be useful where the family already has a trust or a foundation holding international assets and need a Dubai-based office to coordinate the wider structure. DMCC also maintains a private register for eligible family office information subject to regulatory, banking, tax, and beneficial ownership disclosure requirements. The multi-family office license allows a professional business to provide non-regulated services to several approved families. DMCC may suit entrepreneurial families that want to place their family office near trading companies, holding entities, or other commercial operations. Families with more complex institutional requirements may find the DIFC environment more suitable. And that's the next free zone family office jurisdiction that we are going to discuss. DIFC, also known as Dubai International Financial Center, operates under independent common law framework with its own codes and a well-developed ecosystem of private banks, asset managers, law firms, trustee, and corporate service providers. Its family arrangements regulations allow eligible families to establish a family office and connect it with other DIFC structures such as foundations and holding companies. The family generally needs a net aggregated assets of at least $50 million. These assets can be held across the family's wider ownership structure structure and do not need to sit entirely inside the family office company. DIFC can support a wider arrangement involving foundation, trust, prescribed companies, holding entities, and succession documents. It also provides access to the DIFC's Wills Service Center, which may be relevant for eligible non-Muslim individuals holding assets inside the UAE. A private register is available for qualifying family arrangements, although the family must continue to meet all applicable disclosures, compliance, and beneficial ownership requirements. A family office operating within the permitted scope may conduct internal family functions without obtaining a full DFSA financial services license. Activities falling within regulated financial services require separate analysis and may need DFSA authorization or external regulated providers. DIFC may suit larger international families with complex asset ownership, cross-border advisors, and strong relationships with financial institutions. Its infrastructure and professional environment can increase operating costs, so the family should have a clear reason for choosing this level of platform. Now, the next jurisdiction is ADGM, that offers a comparable international financial center environment with a different location and set of requirements. ADGM, or Abu Dhabi Global Market, provides single-family office and multi-family office options within an international financial center that directly applies English common law. It also offers foundations, trust, holding companies, SPVs, and restricted scope companies, allowing the family office to operate alongside a broader ownership and succession structure. An ADGM single-family office generally requires minimum family net asset of $10 million US. The activity is treated as a controlled family office activity rather than a full financial services requiring standard FSRA authorization. The office can support governance, wealth planning, risk management, holding functions, and concierge services for the family. ADGM also uses a broad definition of family, including direct ancestors, descendants, blood relatives, stepchildren, and adopted children. A restricted scope company may reduce the amount of information displayed on the public register, while the registrar, banks, and relevant authorities still receive information required by law. ADGM states that a single family office can be established directly without a mandatory corporate services provider, subject to the applicable setup and compliance requirements. A multi-family office commonly requires a more regulated approach because it can provide investment advice, arrange transactions, or perform other financial services for several families. Depending on its activities, an MFO may require an FSRA Category 4 license or additional permissions. ADGM may suit families with Abu Dhabi investments, institutional relationships, or preference for English law structures. Families can also combine the office with an ADGM foundation, trust, or SPV to separate legal ownership from day-to-day management. A similar separation can be achieved through a RAK ICC Foundation, although the foundation performs a different role. Now let's discuss RAK ICC as a jurisdiction. It does not offer a family office license itself. Its relevant wealth planning structure is the RAK ICC Foundation, which is a separate legal person established to own and administer assets for defined purpose and qualified recipients. The foundation operates through a council that manages its affairs according to its charter and regulations. A guardian may be appointed to supervise the council and help ensure that the structure continues to follow the founder's intentions. The foundation also requires a registered agent and a registered office in the UAE. It can hold shares in family companies, own investment assets, receive dividends, support succession planning, and continue after the founder's death or capacity. The constitutional documents can select the DIFC courts or ADGM courts as the relevant court jurisdiction, giving the family access to common law judicial environment. The RAK ICC Foundation should be viewed as an ownership and governance vehicle. A separate family office, operating company, or a group of external advisors will still be required to handle investment coordination, reporting, and family services. A common arrangement may involve a foundation holding shares in one or more holding companies, while a licensed family office manages the family's wider affairs. Asset protection outcomes depends on the timing, the lawful intent, proper documentation, and legal position in every relevant country. Transfers made after the claim or dispute have arisen may be challenged. Selecting between these options therefore requires a review of complete family structure. Now, if we discuss the question of which jurisdiction or free zone you should choose for your family office, DWTC may suit a Dubai-based family seeking a direct family office framework, a central physical location, and the ability to include independent professionals while retaining family board control. DMCC may be suitable for entrepreneurial families that want their office inside a large commercial ecosystem and meet the $1 million liquid or investable asset requirements. Its family director and ownership rules should be reviewed where the family expects non-family individuals to hold formal control positions. DIFC may suit families with a larger net aggregated asset value, extensive cross-border holding, and regular international interaction with private banks, asset managers, and international advisors. ADGM may appeal to families with at least 10 million US dollars in net assets, strong Abu Dhabi connections, or preference for English common law and integrated SPV, foundation, and trust options. A RAK ICC Foundation may support any of these arrangements when the family needs a separate legal owner for shares and assets, together with the council-based governance and succession provisions. Before selecting a jurisdiction, you should map the family members' tax residencies, domiciles, citizenships, liabilities, business interests, and existing estate documents. You should also define who will own the assets, who will make decisions, who can replace directors or council members, and what happens following the death, incapacity, or family disputes. Tax treatment requires separate advice because a UAE family office or free zone company does not guarantees a zero tax outcome. Corporate tax treatment hence depends on the entity's activities, income, substance, and compliance with the qualifying free zone rules. Family members may also face tax on income, gains, distribution, gifts, or inheritance in their own country of residence, domicile, or citizenship. The finance structure should coordinate the family office licenses with trusts, foundations, shareholder arrangements, and banking mandates. This creates a clearer system for ownership, authority, and the continuity of family's jurisdiction. So if you want our help and would like us to set up your family office, foundation, or trust in Dubai or any other international jurisdiction, you can request a personalized asset protection plan by clicking the link in the description below. That's it for today, and I will see you in the next video.